what were you saying? You were saying about your warrior cat name?
Yeah, I don't know, like, I mean, the quiz has always got me as a Scarpath for my warrior cat name. I don't know, since we did multiple people and it was way too easy to figure out the algorithm, I've become a little bit disenchanted.
You got disenchanted by a quiz made for children?
Yes,
for
I did.
Children? Okay, so
Because I figured out the algorithm just too easily.
What do you think your name should be?
I have no idea. Maybe I'll ask the people that look at my cat art. Yeah, and I mean, like, Scarred Path is kind of, like, badass and makes me seem weathered, but that's not who I am.
No, you're fresh, young,
I am
and looking for fun.
I'm young, looking for fun. I am compassionate, but also strong-headed.
Well,
you know?
Scar Path represents maybe someone, like,
someone who's gone through some shit.
Yeah.
Maybe, like, I mean, usually warrior cats are, like, kind of named after more of their appearance and stuff, or, like, their situation. Was I scarred as a child? Did my mother die? That is scarring.
Okay, this opening bit has gone on for a while, so let's introduce ourselves.
Long.
Hi, I'm I'm Brenna, otherwise known as Tangled Tongue.
And I'm Maureen, name pending.
And welcome to Warrior Cats.
What's that?
Or do I say Warrior Cats? What is that? Or do you say Warrior
I should say warrior cats.
You should say warrior cats because I'm the person asking the question. Okay, yeah. 1, 2, 3.
And welcome to Warrior Cats.
What is that?
There we go.
That's good.
That's good.
The topic for today is what, Maureen?
We're going over kind of the terms and some of the background stuff to warrior cats to set you up. We're going to set you up to go through the first books. So this will be all you need to go through the first books.
Should I take notes? Because I don't want to.
I mean, you can probably just listen to this over and over again.
Yeah, that's actually, that's a weird experience. Like, I hope people like this, because, like, I'm just amused listening to us, which I think sounds kind of narcissistic, but, like, I like me. And, I think we sound better, because neither of us are as sick as we were.
Neither of us are as sick.
Maureen wanted to record, like, on Thursday, because we, didn't have class that day, and we both of our voices, like, were like, and I was like, let's not.
I kind of miss my, like, low, scratchy, it was kind of sexy, that voice.
Yeah, see, that was a voice that would have fit Scarpath.
Yeah, that would have been a Scarpath voice. This is more like a,
And you said my voice sounded like a librarian, so.
I don't think I said that.
You said that.
Oh shit, okay.
Okay. Alright, start me with that terminology. What is a warrior?
No, we're not going to start there. We're going to start,
okay.
So these books take place in a fictional land that is based off someplace in, like, England.
Okay.
Because that's where the authors are from.
Fictional England.
In the first series, there are 4 clans.
Okay.
4 different clans of cats. Mm-hmm. It's Thunder Clan, where our protagonist ends up, Shadow Clan, River Clan, and Wind Clan.
Got it.
And actually, I can pull out a book, and I have a Blue Star's Prophecy here. I don't have any from the first series, but I have Blue Star's Prophecy here, and you can actually see the map of the territories.
Oh, wow.
So Brenna's looking at the map of the territories right now.
I see Thunder Clan, and then you said, what was the other one? Shadow Clan?
Shadow Clan's over here, River Clan's over here, and Wind Clan's up here.
Wind Clan.
And then in the middle of all the clan territories is 4 trees, which is 4 giant trees and a big rock.
Okay.
Every full moon, the clans gather at 4 trees to, like, exchange news and, like, boast about how well they're doing or bring up concerns.
It's like a dick showing party?
A little bit, yes, but they do it in peace. It's under...
So it's like PTA for cats?
Yes.
I like that they have, like, the little, icons. Oh, we should mention, we do not have Allie in the room.
No, Allie is not here.
We actually have 3 of our 4 friends
downstairs, but they can't be here because
they need to listen to the podcast.
Yeah,
and they said we would be too funny, and they laughed too hard.
They're laughing at nothing downstairs right now, so we'd be too funny.
I don't think it's gonna pick that up.
Well, I'm just letting them know.
Yeah, cool. So we got clans. I know where this is, so tell me more of the terminology. What is a warrior? Can you tell me now?
Yes, I can tell you what a warrior is. So a clan has different rankings. There is the leader, and then their deputy, who they choose.
Okay.
And then there are warriors, which are like just the cats. Basically, it's like the default cat, almost, in a way. You're hunting, you're gonna fight for your clan, you're gonna do whatever it needs to be done to protect.
Just like that's a regular person?
That's what you train to become.
Okay.
And then the other positions are the leader and the deputy. And then there's medicine cat. And a medicine cat will also take an apprentice.
Okay.
And then there's apprentices who are training to become warriors.
Okay.
And then there are queens who are in the den with children.
Gross. I mean, Cool.
I mean, if they were human children, that'd be gross, but they're cat children. That's adorable. Those are called kittens.
I was saying, like, gross that there's just, like, people that, like, just, like, but you can be, like,
no, yeah.
It's usually, not just the women.
No, you move into the, like, when you get pregnant, you, like, move into the nursery,
So that's it?
Oh, and then there's elders. So, yeah, that's
What do the elders do?
The elders, well, basically, they have served their clan, they have fought for their clan, they have, done all they need to do, but now they are too old, really, to hunt effectively for themselves or to fight, so they just get to chill. Like
grandparents that shouldn't drive.
Yeah, they're the grandparents that shouldn't drive. And so, they tell the children stories,
Are they teachers? Do they teach, like,
No.
Who trains the warriors?
Warriors. Warriors train warriors.
There's not inter-rankings?
No, not really.
So there's no other... Are there rankings within the warriors? Like, we're the food people. We're the fight guys.
I think Wind Clan has some of that. I haven't read Tall Star's Revenge.
But that doesn't seem like... I mean, I suppose these aren't very... It's not like a big... Like, it's not like a cosmopolitan sort of society. So they don't really... So they're not quite yet at that part where they maybe need... what is that? Artmen? No. They don't need do you know what word I'm trying to say right now?
Artisans?
Yeah, they don't necessarily need artisans.
No, they don't do that. They're still just cats.
Yeah, I suppose they don't, like, have thumbs, so they can't really, like...
They're fantasy cats, but they're cats.
Yeah. I feel like cats could farm if they tried hard enough.
I mean, sometimes they dig holes in the ground to put food to keep it cool. Like, that's pretty cool for a cat. But they haven't figured out
farming yet?
No, they
despite the fact that they're in kind of a farmland.
They are in a farmland, but, like, people exist in this world, too. So it's supposed to be a world that's not so fantasy removed.
This is like an alternate reality.
Kind of. Normally, cats are pretty dumb and probably couldn't do all these things. No object. Imagine warriors with cats that had no object permanence.
I want someone to write that AU fanfiction. I would read that before I read the actual book.
If there's an AU fanfiction about that, please leave it in the comments.
Everything's the same, but we removed object permanence. This man has betrayed our clan. He's gone now. Who were we talking about? Like, okay, then that would solve, like, a lot of problems.
Probably, actually, except meet at the gathering and be like, oh, I'm so glad you exist again.
We've heard, well, actually, they might be fighting a lot more, because they'd be like, who's this clan? And no one would be able to step in and say, like, that's Wind Clan, you've met them before, like, 15, you've done this every week.
Well, I feel like they still have memory, they just don't understand that they still exist when they're not in sight.
Oh, and we might have just made ourselves... Okay, well, I'm still kind of like... I guess I'm disappointed that there's not more rules, because I now am having a hard time placing myself in a warrior role, or in a cat role, because I don't think I would be a medicine cat or a warrior cat.
Well, I mean, like, warriors, like, they all have their different strengths. Like,
I don't want to fight, though.
You want to fight?
I don't.
You don't? So you might be just someone who doesn't want to fight, but if your leader says to fight, you have to fight. They are who they are because they all follow the warrior code.
Okay, what's the warrior code?
I'm going to go through all of them, and then we'll save questions until the end. Number 1. Defend your clan even with your life.
Oh, this is a list. I just thought it was like an oath.
No, this is a list.
Shit. Okay.
You may have friendships with cats from other clans, but your loyalty must remain within your own clan.
And that means you can't fuck them.
I said questions till the
end. That
end.
was a comment.
Questions and comments till the end. Number 2. Do not hunt or trespass on another clan's territory. Number 3. Elders and kits must be fed before apprentices and warriors. Number 4. Prey is killed only to be eaten. Give thanks to StarClan for its life. 5. A kit must be at least 6 moons old to become an apprentice. 6. Newly appointed warriors will keep a silent vigil for 1 night after receiving their warrior name. 7. A cat cannot be made deputy without having mentored at least 1 apprentice. 8. The deputy will become clan leader when the leader dies or retires. 9. After the death or retirement of the deputy, the new deputy must be chosen before moon high. 10. A gathering of all clans is held at the full moon during a truce that lasts for the night. There shall be no fighting among the clans at this time. 11.
Oh my god, there's more than 10?
Number 11. Boundaries must be checked and marked daily. Challenge all trespassing cats. 12. No warrior may neglect a kit in pain or in danger, even if it's from another clan. 13. Word of the clan leader is the warrior code. 14. An honorable warrior does not need to kill other cats to win his or her battles, unless they are outside of the warrior code or it is necessary for self-defense. And 15. A warrior rejects the soft life of a kitty pet.
Okay. Can we go through those point by point? Tell me which one that was. What was it?
1.
So one was...
Defend your clan even with your life. You may have friendships with cats from other clans, but your loyalty must remain to your clan.
Oh, that's all one.
Yes.
Oh, I thought there was more than one.
No, that's just one.
Oh, God.
So, yes,
that's a pretty heady one.
Yeah.
That's like a lot of points under 1 point. I feel like they could have sub-pointed that.
I actually read the Code of the Clans book specifically for this podcast, and it kind of goes through, like, the stories behind how each code was made.
And that was kind of, like, the only one they had for a while, and they're like, ooh, we need maybe a couple more rules.
That was just kind of, like, the first one, because it was, like, we're established clans, and we're gonna fight each other. Like, your mate is in this clan, and you died because of that. Or, like, you know, it's like, you can't, like, you know, like, they used to, like, go visit each other and, like, stay in each other's camps and stuff.
And then they're like, you know what? Screw that. That sounds too...
divided loyalties.
Too democratic. Screw it.
And I mean, I guess it's like...
Do they examine how Warrior Cats is a flawed society?
Do other people do?
So it doesn't happen in the books?
Oh, in the books,
despite the fact that you've said multiple times, like, people, like, even though they're not supposed to be screwing outside of the lines, they continuously do?
They do. They do all the time. It's one of the most overused plot devices.
So it's a little bit of an Aesop fable.
Yeah, I mean, because in the first series, one of the big things is, like, or one of the, like, the things that was a thing was, you know, some lineages aren't known because queens don't have to tell you who their mate was. Like, the ladies don't have to say who the father is. But, like,
I'm just saying there's potential for, like, issues that I'm guessing that the series probably ignored, but maybe the fans weren't.
The fans definitely didn't ignore. There's a lot of incest. There's so much incest in ThunderClan.
Gross.
I mean, it's probably because the writers can't even keep track of all these cats. So it's like, Willowpelt and Patchpelt had children. Willowpelt and Patchpelt are siblings.
If fans can make a lineage chart, then the creators should.
You would think.
You think they would just have that on hand and to pass on to the next person. Think.
So the first series came out, and then a bunch of other series happened, obviously, but now they've been going back. So, like, the super editions, like Blue Star's Prophecy and stuff came out, which now you have to say, oh, like, we didn't have to have these people's parents, but now they're, like, being born in this book. So we obviously know their parents now. Also, with these ones, they're taking a much more humanistic approach and stuff, like the more human emotions for, like, relationships, where, like, in the first series, like, romance wasn't really a thing. Like, it was kind of mentioned, like, obviously, in, like, some places, but... Exactly. Or maybe they were just really bad at writing it. Like, they're just bad at writing romance. I don't know, we're all people reading it, and they have a bunch of other human emotions, you know? It's like... family is more important in these super editions. Which
I feel like that would make more sense than, like, romance being a main thing. Like, family's a thing.
Yeah, but I mean, like, yeah, it's like that. You know, it's not like okay, we had children and we're just not going to talk about it. But it's like, you know, the fathers are involved with the children too.
Let's go to the next point.
Next point: do not hunt or trespass on another clan's territory.
Okay, we don't need it. That makes sense.
That makes sense. People break it all the time, but that makes sense. Elders and kits must be fed before apprentices and warriors.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
they're
children,
weaker.
Children need to be fed. Elders need to be fed because they've already done all that
makes
for the
sense,
clan.
Makes sense.
You know, when a cat goes out hunting, like they get sent out on hunting patrols.
Okay.
Like they can't eat while they're out there. Like that's breaking the warrior code if they eat food while they're out hunting. They have to bring it back.
I feel like I wouldn't be a warrior. I'd be a little soft kitty pet.
You have to be a warrior. You're part of our clan.
Oh, shit.
I mean, you know, not every cat is, like, you know, warrior fighting material. Cat? I wish that was a thing, but it's not.
Why don't they cook their food? I know they don't need to.
Because they don't have fire. They don't make fires. They're cats.
I know. They have thumbs. Okay. Next point.
Anyways, okay. Prey is killed only to be eaten. Give thanks to StarClan for its life. Basically, don't waste food. There are starving kits in Wind Clan.
There we go. Poor Wind Clan. Okay.
A kit must be at least 6 moons old to become an apprentice.
Okay, so here's my thing. How does time work?
Moons is a month. Oh. So when a cat is 6 months old. Newly appointed warriors will keep a silent vigil for 1 night after receiving their warrior name.
So what is the point of that?
So I read the story about it, which was, like, a little lame, but, like, okay.
Like, it sounds like it's set up for, like, a real cool, like, maybe you'll have a vision, or, like...
No, you won't have a vision. It was mostly, there was a guy, and he's, like, a medicine cat was, like, there are these warriors, and, like, they were newly appointed warriors.
Okay.
So, like, still, like, young adults. Like, it'd be, like, us. Like.
So, okay, wait, can you read the question one more time, actually?
A newly appointed warrior will keep a silent vigil for 1 night after receiving their warrior name.
Okay, understood. Sorry. I was like, it's 1 night, right? Okay.
Yeah, 1 night, and they have to sit and just silently and listen. Okay. And when you listen, you're hearing everything that's going on in the clan. So, it's like you're hearing conversation, but you're also hearing, like...
Cats fucking?
No, you're not gonna hear cats fucking.
Okay, well, you have
cats don't fuck in the warrior's world. They just sleep next to each other and get pregnant.
Oh, okay. That's how that works.
Yeah, basically. They did the medicine cat came back and was like, okay, this is a good thing. You should all, because StarClan like told him that they should listen. So
how does StarClan tell them things?
We'll get to that later.
Okay.
We'll get back to StarClan later. So the cats stayed out and they spent a silent night listening. And because of that, they were able to hear, I don't know if it was a fox or a badger or whatever, trying to break into the nursery where the kits were.
Gasp.
So they were because they were listening and quiet, they were able to detect the...
But they don't do that every night, so like any other night they can die?
It was more to give them a sense of, like, responsibility to show, like, how important it is that you're, like, responsible in this clan, because these cats were going out and like doing like stupid dares, like I'm gonna jump this gorge.
Now that I'm a warrior, I'm gonna go like
climb as high in this tree as I can.
So I guess that makes sense. It's still kind of a lame story.
A cat cannot be made deputy without having mentored at least one apprentice.
Okay, got it.
It's basically so they know how to give orders and they're used to like bossing people around. The deputy will become clan leader when the leader dies or retires.
Straightforward.
After the death or retirement of the deputy, the new deputy must be chosen before moon high. So this isn't like a democratic system. It's the leader chooses who's going to be their successor. So, and it has to be done before moon high.
Wait, before the death or... Oh, so like before the original leader dies.
No.
So a leader doesn't need a deputy?
No, they do.
So then how, when a new leader... So when the deputy becomes a leader, how do they choose which deputy it is?
Whatever cat they think is best suited, they get to choose. Because it's leader now. Leaders have 9 lives.
Oh.
StarClan grants them 9 lives.
Oh.
So they can die 9 times, where their deputy doesn't have that and is going to be doing probably just as much work as they are. So
that's fair.
You're probably going to go through a few deputies.
So being a deputy sucks.
No, it's just like being any other warrior. You just give orders more, and you're going to be leader next. Okay. So try not to die until that time. The gathering is held at the full moon during the truce. Boundaries must be checked and marked daily.
So is that the only like difference between the clans is what they like, where they are and what they look like?
No, I mean it's kind of like by like prey.
Oh, okay.
So like these are the cats in ThunderClan that are good at catching mice and like squirrels, like the more ground. Like they can also catch other things, but like
and Thunderpath, that's the road, right?
The Thunderpath is the road. that's so what funny. They call it road.
I think that's funny.
And they have the monsters on them. So
those
that's
are
what they
cars.
Call them. They're like the monsters never stray from the path. They're pretty stupid.
Wait, what do they call humans?
2 legs.
Fun.
The kitty pets call them house folk.
See, we also, a couple weeks ago, I introduced Maureen to the movie Felidae.
Great movie.
It's a German animated film noir, with cats. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of, it's rated R. It's rated R, like, rated for a reason. There's, like, blood and, like, evisceration and some really kind of, like...
weird cat sex.
Yeah, it's kind of, it's, like, literally cat sex. Like, it goes on for, like, a full 2 minutes, and it's kind of terrible to sit through. But also, it was a good movie. It was, like, a surprisingly good movie. I, like, brought it up as a joke, because I was like, haha, like, you should watch this, because it has animated cats. And then it ended up being really good. Like, I enjoyed it. Yeah. And the 2 friends we watched it with, like, enjoyed it, too. Yeah. I like what they call humans in that.
Can openers?
Can openers. I guess it makes more sense for, like, the house pets to call it that.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you go, like, other places, they, like, call them different things, like no-furs. It's like a regional thing.
That's funny.
So.
2 legs seems just kind of like birds have 2 legs. What do they call birds?
They call them birds. They know what a bird is.
We're gonna make up a fake language, but not actually adhere to it.
I mean, it's more like, I guess... No, I have no excuse for this.
Okay, alright. You were telling me, like, the different prey, so ThunderClan.
ThunderClan's, like, squirrels, mice, voles.
Okay, what does ShadowClan eat?
ShadowClan is, like, frogs and lizards.
Gross, okay.
Yeah.
What does WindClan eat?
Rabbits.
Okay, because they have to be fast, okay.
Yeah, that's the speed thing. RiverClan is fish.
Oh.
And, like, they have, like, they will eat other things, obviously, and they, like, catch other things, but, like, that's, like, their main source of food.
Okay, well, okay.
RiverClan, they're really good at swimming, too. They swim a lot.
Oh.
And they're usually, said that they're plump because there's always plenty of fish in the river. And, like, because they eat so much fish, like, the water will, like, go off their pelts, like, easily. Like, it doesn't...
Like ducks?
Yeah, like ducks. Because they eat a lot of fish. Their pelt is, like, shiny.
They're oily.
Yeah, they're oily cats.
Gross. They're nasty.
Nasty cats.
RiverClan is just kind of nasty. Okay, alright, what's the next rule?
No warrior may neglect a kit in pain or in danger.
Even that's just fair. I'm not even gonna, that's, yeah, duh.
Yeah, basically.
That's just, like, common sense. Like, oh, you see a kid crying.
The story that was in the Code of the Clans with it was,
we watched a kid die and we're like, ooh, maybe that was, like, uncool.
It was more like the river was, like, really, really bad. So this happened in River Clan. So the river was, like, it's a rushing river. It was very dangerous, and they hear kits in there.
They heard kits in the river?
Yeah, in the river. And so they're like, oh my, some of them were like, oh my god, we have to save them. But one of them was like, you can't risk your life for them. Someone like, because they'd be risking their life. Like, they could die too.
Was it like a bag of cats?
No. It was just from, like, Wind Clan.
Oh.
Like, Wind Clan kits somehow got in the river.
Someone just did a bad job watching their children.
Yeah, basically. Okay. But, and it's like...
I was thinking, like, the issue was, like, oh, those are house pets, like, we don't
No, it was from another clan, and they're like, I don't know if you can risk your life. They're not our clan.
Duh. Who was that asshole?
It was the medicine cat, but then they felt really bad about it.
Oh, well, what? Did the cat...
And they went and got the dead kittens and brought it back to the clan.
Screw you, sorry. Whatever, like, medicine man. What was his name?
I could not tell
you. Whatever, slime coat. Like, you suck. You suck. That just sucks. That, like, he's like, oh, don't save them. Oh, they're dead now. Man, you're a medicine cat. How did you not realize they'll die?
I mean, they knew that, but they're like,
no, I feel bad.
It was more like,
let me get the dead body.
Like, no, fuck him.
We cannot let our warriors risk their lives.
That's for their other whole clans. Point. That's their whole gig.
I know, but it's for a different clan, and they're so divided. This
cat racism is just cat nonsense. They're just being stupid. Like, what?
Well, that's why it came in the warrior code, so now it's not a problem.
Good.
Now there's no
question. What number was that?
12.
That should be, like, higher on the list. Okay, next.
Well, it only, like, happens as it, like, comes, so it's, like...
Fair.
The word of the clan leader is the warrior code. So if your clan leader says something... That. Yeah. In the series, there are points where, like, they do disobey. Where it's, like,
well, isn't there, like, some clan leaders who, like, just suck?
Yes. And, like, that was the thing with Shadow Clan had, Broken Star, who was...
He was, like,
He was the worst. Okay. He was the worst. So, Broken Star was the worst. Some of the cats, like, left. Or, no, the elders were all kicked out because they were too weak. And, like, they couldn't fight, so we didn't want them. That sucks.
Wait, so if leaders break warrior code, they don't lose their leadership?
He was eventually driven out. Like,
see, that's the thing. It makes no sense. Like, shouldn't the leaders follow warrior code too?
They're supposed to, and Broken Star wasn't, which is why he was a bad leader.
But it took them, like, a while to be like...
Most of Shadow Clan knew he was, bad, but he was surrounded by, like, an inner ring of, like, really strong, terrifying warriors that there was nothing they could do about it. Okay. It was like they simply couldn't beat him. Until ThunderClan came in and they pow, pow, pow.
So, like...
We'll go through that when we talk about the books.
That doesn't make any sense, because, like, if they're supposed to be divided, why did ThunderClan even give a shit?
They are divided, but they understand, like, they will make alliances.
Okay.
And, the thing in that situation...
Did they meet up during a full moon? We're like, ooh, this guy sucks.
No, Shadow Clan, it decided that because Broken Star was demanding hunting rights in all their territories, and River Clan and Wind Clan let it happen, and Thunder Clan was like, no. Oh wait, Wind Clan was gone, because Broken Star chased them out. So Wind Clan didn't exist in that time. We'll talk about this more when we talk about the books, because we're going to go through the books. Shadow Clan came to Thunder Clan and stole their children. So they went to get the children back, and then while they were doing that, they, like, drove Broken Star out. So they drove him out, get their children back.
But they could have killed him.
He has 9 lives. He's still a leader.
They could have killed him 9 times.
I mean, they should have, but also part of the warrior code is that you don't kill.
But he broke the warrior code.
I know, but it's still, like, I don't know.
It's, like, not cool to just hold a cat down and kill it 9 times.
But, like, you're still following the warrior code. So it's like,
but the warrior, still have more. They still have moral. Read that rule.
An honorable warrior does not need to kill other cats to win his or her battles unless they are outside the warrior code.
So why did they just kill him?
Because they still have morals. They're cats with morals. And he ran away. He ran. Like, they ran.
Yeah, he could have come back. Did he come back?
He does come back.
Well, there you fucking go.
He does come back. And then ThunderClan, like, holds him for a while, and then his mother kills him.
The 9th time?
Yeah, I guess.
We're supposed to believe he died 8 times while he was just out in the wild.
I mean, he was leader for a little bit and probably died a few times because he's like a bloodthirsty dick.
Okay. So, right, okay, what's the next rule?
The last one, So we just went the honorable warrior.
Okay.
A warrior rejects the soft life of a kitty pet.
And that's a cat held by humans.
Yeah. It's the newest rule. In Blue Star's prophecy, it happens. Pine Star is the leader at the start of this. And he starts like, you're reading the book and he starts like, he's like, why do we have to fight for this? Why are we always fighting? We all want the same things and we're always fighting.
Uh-oh, that's me.
And he just becomes so disenchanted with it and he's just like so upset about it. Eventually he's like sneaking off and like going places and then eventually he's like, I've lost 8 lives. I only have 1 left. I'm gonna go be a kitty pet. And
right
so
on!
He betrayed his clan and left them.
Oh, okay.
And
well, then let's right on.
Sunstar became the leader, but Sunstar only got 8 lives because Pine Star still had his 1. So StarClan only gave him 8 lives.
Okay, StarClan.
Right?
Like, Avi, it wasn't his fault.
It wasn't Sunstar's fault, but it happens.
Oh, that's wild.
Cat politics.
These cat politics don't make any sense, but I guess that just, fiction reflects reality.
So that's the warrior code.
Okay.
Okay, so leaders.
Okay.
Leaders go up to StarClan to get their 9 lives.
They go to heaven.
They go to heaven.
Okay, that makes no sense.
Okay, there's, so if you look at the map, up here is High Stones.
Okay.
Which is like
they
a mountain
smoke
cave.
Weed, and that's how they go to heaven.
No, that's not what High Stones mean.
Oh, they should
just high up in the
They
stars.
should name it 2 things that mean getting high. High stones.
I never realized that.
420.
You're the worst.
Smoke weed every day.
No. Anyways,
Catnip.
they go into the cave, and when the moon hits, it lights up this stone, and they press their noses to the stone.
It's covered in catnip.
That'd be fucking hilarious. No, they use catnip to cure green cough.
Yeah, that's how science works.
Anyways.
So they go to High Stone, they put their nose on the thing.
Put their nose against a rock, and then they share dreams with their warrior ancestors. So they, like, go to heaven in their dreams. And then they're granted their 9 lives, usually by, like, you know, the people who they've loved and lost and stuff.
Their dad.
Yeah.
Their dead dad.
Yeah, so that's what happens. Then they get their leader, their name. So whatever their name was before, instead, it's Star. It's their suffix.
So I'd be Tongue Star, which is a terrible name, so I'll never ever
You're
be
never
leader.
gonna be leader.
I don't want to be, because the name would be so bad.
Or the leader cat is just like, oh, I mean...
Tangle Star's not too bad.
Wait, it would be Tangle Star.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't be Tongue Star.
Thank God.
Tangle Star would be good. That'd be a cute name. Then they have their new deputy, and if they die, then their deputy becomes leader. Blah, 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 blah.
Got it.
The other special.
Medicine cats.
Medicine cats.
Uh-huh.
So those are
the
the healers of the clans.
I'd probably end up being a medicine cat, but like not a dick medicine cat, like the one medicine cat you're just
Most medicine cats aren't dicks.
They aren't?
No.
Oh, they are.
They aren't.
Okay, good.
So medicine cats are supposed to be like kind of above clan rivalry in a way. Like they're loyal to their clan, of course.
But they're supposed to heal whoever needs it.
Yeah, but like if they come across somebody who needs help, they
why isn't that in the warrior code? Because they're not warriors?
I don't know. Like there's like there's
Since
gotta be a
not,
medicine
do
cat
they have
code.
like a Hippocratic oath?
There is an oath that they take
Hippocratic oath?
when they become a full...
I don't think you appreciated that
I
pun.
did not appreciate it.
They take a Hippocratic oath?
Thank you. Ha 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 ha, Brenna, you're so funny.
I am.
But no, there is the oath that they take before they become a full medicine cat, and that's like, I promise to uphold...
So it's like a separate thing, because they're
like a separate thing.
Because they're not technically warriors.
No, they're medicine cats.
Okay.
That's something totally different. And they're also... Medicine cats aren't allowed to have a mate or have children.
They're the Jedi.
Yeah, basically. So they're not allowed...
But they're allowed to feel things.
Yes, they're supposed to.
So
They're supposed to be, like, empathetic and, you know, like...
They're monks.
So, yeah,
Or
no
nuns.
babies, which, of course,
Which,
medicine
I'm
cats,
sure that works.
Yeah, they all the time. I wouldn't say all the time, but in a few choice places.
So, like, warrior cats and medicine cats, like, this isn't really something that's, like, limited by, like, gender, right?
No.
Okay.
I mean, you just can't have babies.
Is there
if
cat
you're a man.
sexism?
In the books, yes. In the books, yes.
But technically, like, there shouldn't be.
There shouldn't be, because what do cats really know about gender?
Mm-hmm.
But in the books, the writers do. It's like, wow, there's a lot of men in power.
Yeah.
And, like some things where it's like, when Firestar chooses his deputy, when he becomes leader, he chooses Greystripe. And it's like, Greystripe's broken the warrior code, betrayed his clan. He's a good guy, but he's kind of a goof and maybe not the most responsible. You should have picked Mousefur, Sandstorm, Running Wind dead by then? I don't know.
So the writers are kind of sexist.
The writers are kind of sick. They're all women, but they're sexist, as it goes.
Well, that like, surprisingly happens.
Yeah, I know. But, yeah, so it's kind of like, pick these deputies, and you're like, oh, there are cats that would have been much more qualified for this.
See, that's why I think, like, the deputy thing is kind of, like, dumb.
I mean, like, leaders will pick the best choice. Like, they should know all of these cats, Yeah, but I mean, you've still grown up around these cats. And it's, like, mostly going to be, like, when you just become leader, depending on how young you are, it's kind of really going to, it's going to be a more senior warrior.
So what happens if a deputy dies? The leader just picks a new one?
By moon high. That was one of the code things. You were stuck on that one for a while, so.
It still doesn't make sense to me.
So we have a leader.
Yep.
Who has a deputy. That deputy dies in battle.
Wait, so they can retire?
They can retire. If they can't...
If they're like, I don't want to... I'm not going to make it.
Well, yeah, basically, if you get too old, you can't perform your warrior duties.
Oh,
you retire to the elder's den.
Only the leaders get 8 lives.
Only the leaders get 9 lives.
9 lives.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Cats get 9 lives.
That one cat that got screwed over.
Yeah, except for Sunstar.
So, once they get dire or whatever...
They must be chosen by Moon High. And the shitty story that went with that...
Wait, who chooses them?
Oh, the leader. The leader chooses a new deputy.
Okay.
And the reason why that rule is a thing is because, like, in Shadow Clan
Stuff's always going on in Shadow Clan.
Shadow Clan always gets screwed over in the leadership department. They had a story where, like, a leader died because they were really sick, and then the deputy was also sick. The deputy became leader, but couldn't make their trip to Highstones for their 9 lives, and died before they picked a deputy.
Oh, crap.
So there was no leader and no deputy, and everybody's like, what are we gonna do? And then two cats were like, I'll be leader, and the other one's like, no, I'll be leader, and they're like, let's fight. And then they both die. And then finally the medicine cat chooses a leader.
See, that should be in there too. Like, if there's a situation that happens again, because if that rule, because I feel like even that rule could still...
And the medicine cats are supposed to be, like, the spiritual guidance of the clan, too. Okay. So they like, are supposed to, they can, like, get omens and, like, dreams from Star Clan, like, even without going up to the high stones, but they do go up every month. They go up every moon. Every half moon, they go up to the high stones. What's your question?
I plumb forgot. I was gonna ask something about, like, the deputies. Okay, so we talked about medicine cats. Can you talk about Star Clan?
Right, so Star Clan is, the warrior ancestors who have died.
Got it. Oh, right. I just remembered my question.
Yeah.
So cats, they get 9 lives.
The leaders
get 9 lives.
Yeah.
So, like, how does that work? It's like, if they die, do they just go like, whoop, 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 magic, we're okay?
Basically.
Jesus, really?
Yeah.
They don't, like, shed their skin, or, like, there's not, like, a process, there's not, like, a magical girl transformation.
They usually, it's like, they end up, they're like, they die, and they're in Star Clan, and they're like, oh shit, I died, and then they're like,
so they go back to
the same,
they go back to the same body?
Yeah. So, like, if they're sick, I believe they're cured, but, like, if they have some
But they have to be sick for, like, a real long time.
Well, no, I mean, like...
What about cat cancer?
Cat cancer?
Do they have to go back and they just have the same tumor? Like,
I guess I don't know.
That seems
like, some cats have died of cancer, but none of the leaders that... Like, maybe their tumor goes away. Because I think the reason why you die has to be gone. Like, you might still be bleeding and other things, but I think your fatal... Like, the fatal wound would have to be better by the power of cat magic.
Okay, alright. I was just curious about that. That seems a lot. Was there more you wanted to tell me?
Not that we'd probably go over the founding of the clans and stuff when we talk about Dawn of the Clans and... So
the next thing, we're going into the first book now.
We're going into the first
book of the first series. What is that called?
Warriors Into the Wild.
Whoa!
By Aaron Hunter. What is the most interesting thing you've learned?
That the rules are made up and the points don't matter. No, I've learned that there are definitely rules and, like, regulations and codes, but they're just, none of it actually makes sense, or it makes sense. I feel like I've learned that their politics are just as complex and nonsensical as some politics in the real world. I think it's kind of interesting from what you've told me right now that they have all these, like, lessons and flaws, but we're not supposed to necessarily take that lesson from it.
I guess, yeah.
It seems funny that there's all these morals and stuff, but maybe, like, the cats don't get it. It's a little bit of an Aesop's Fable sort of situation.
Yeah, and I mean, it's like, some things, like, you should follow this, but, I mean,
yeah.
Do you always?
It's Aesop's amnesia. They keep doing the same shit over and over again.
Yeah.
Aesop's amnesia I got from, there's like a tropes.com sort of thing.
Tropes?
Yeah, tvtropes.com. That's where I found out about that.
Yeah.
It's
basically.
So, that's kind of interesting. It'd be interesting to look at the TV tropes for warrior cats.
Oh, there's a lot. Probably a lot.
We'll do a special. What I've learned is that there are a bunch of rules and regulations, but they don't always, either they don't matter, or they do very much matter, or, like, there was a lesson learned, but in the next book maybe that lesson wasn't as learned.
I mean, just think about how much you drank before you were 21.
I didn't, really.
Oh, I did.
Okay, well, you should not say that on a podcast.
I drank with my mom. It was fine.
Okay, yeah, that's legal. Yeah, no, I didn't really drink.
I mean, it was just like, if you speed a little, you know, you're not supposed to speed. But sometimes you do.
No, I'm more talking about the fact that there's all these, like, grand morals and whatever, and, like, but we're not, like, it seems like the morals that we, like, could examine with these books were unintentionally done so.
Yeah.
They weren't, like, I think, like, there's a lot of, like, there's a lot of things that they look at with, like, societies and politics, but the authors were not intending that at all.
Maybe they were. Who really knows? There's too many of them.
Okay, alright, so that's kind of, I guess I've learned that there's a lot of rules that I'm probably gonna forget, but
yes.
That's okay, because so do the characters and the writers.
Correct. Very correct.
So yeah, that's where we're gonna end it today. I'm Tongue.
And I'm Maureen.
And this is...
Warrior Cats.
What is that? Sorry, I have like a frog in my throat.
They're called Shadow Clan. They catch and eat frogs.
Are you proud of yourself?
No.
You proud of that fake ass laugh you just gave?
Yeah.
Was that a good opening thing? That was good enough. Hi, I'm Brenna, otherwise known as Tangled Tongue.
And I'm Maureen. I still haven't figured that out yet. Formerly Scarpath.
Welcome to episode 2 of...
Warrior Cats.
What is that? Tell us, what are we talking about today?
We are going to delve into the first book of the first series of Warrior Cats, which is Warriors Into the Wild, where we will start by following Rusty. Rusty, a kitty pet, as he ventures into the forest to join ThunderClan. Alright, so each book starts with a prologue.
Uh-huh.
And it's usually a past event, whether it's recent past or like far ancient past. And it kind of sets the scene, usually pretty indirectly for the book. So it'll have like something to do with it, but you don't always know what it has to do with anything. Does
it all connect in the end?
To the book, yeah.
Oh, okay. I was for a second.
It does.
I thought you were gonna say no, and I was like, oh, great.
No,
love prologues that just don't have anything to do.
It'll all connect. You just like, you know, you read the prologue first, and you're like, oh, this is kind of cool. What is this? And then it's usually made pretty clear, like as the book goes on.
Just as a reader, I hate prologues.
Right.
Just like if you had something to say, just do it in the first chapter. You're not gonna weird anyone out, but like the point of a chapter break is either like a jump in time, location, or just like you needed it. Build the tension, because some people actually like go to the end of chapters and stop. It's been forever since I've read for fun, so maybe I am the last person to be
critiquing a book about cats.
I don't know. I've never. I guess there's been some prologues I've enjoyed reading. Have you ever read the Sabriel series or Ed Horson series? Okay, well, they're good.
That's nice.
You and I are very different people, Maureen.
Very.
But at least we're friends. Okay, so tell me the prologue of what was the book? It was the Warrior
Into the Wild.
Into the Wild.
So we open with a bunch of cats tearing the shit out of each other.
Oh God.
Yep, they are fighting over a long disputed piece of territory called Sunning Rocks, which is basically a bunch of rocks on ThunderClan's side of the river, but I guess it used to be on RiverClan's side of the river, but then something happened with the river, and it, like...
They never explain, like, how the rocks literally moved.
No, I think it was more like the river was wider, and then the river got smaller. So the river used to, like, run on both sides of Sunning Rocks.
Okay.
And then something happened, or it only ran on one, or I don't
and like
know.
the only ones who could go to it were the ones who could swim.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess that makes more sense. Like maybe it got dammed or like.
Yeah, I don't know, something like that.
I feel like since that's like, this is nitpicky, and I know nothing about the series, but I feel like if there's a thing that's the main, and who knows what they thought was gonna happen. But I think it's like, if that's going to be the main conflict for, like, quite a few...
Not really the main conflict, I'd say. This, like, it plays a big part. Like, it's a big plot point.
Mm-hmm.
But, honestly, they don't actually explain that until Crooked Star's Promise, which is a prequel that came out a while after this series did. So they didn't really...
Okay.
But basically, RiverClan wants it because they want to sit out in the sun on those rocks and, like, get warm. And ThunderClan's like, we need this food, yo. So it's kind of a thing where it's like a lot of times like ThunderClan gets it in the winter and then RiverClan gets it back in the summer and it kind of like goes back and forth. And it's a big kind of a pride thing. Oh, these were given to us by our ancient ancestors. And, you know, ThunderClan's just like, we need to eat.
Alright, so
they're fighting. They're losing. Redtail, the ThunderClan deputy, is like, retreat, we need to retreat. And Tiger Claw, one of the senior warriors, is like, why? And he's like, because we're losing. So they retreat. They lose Sunning Rock, so they lose. So ThunderClan is sad about that. They're a bit disheartened. And Blue Star, the leader, is like, man, what are we going to do?
You're talking about ThunderClan right now?
Yeah, ThunderClan.
God, I wish there was a way to color code your words. Because it's like, I'm trying so hard, like...
Most of this is about ThunderClan.
Okay.
Like, these are our protagonists.
Okay, I wish I really could, like, make the visuals in my... like, everything I'm seeing in my mind's eye right now, like, yellow. So I'm like, okay, Thunder.
Right.
Thunder. Okay, Thunder. ThunderClan, we're talking about ThunderClan still. Okay, sorry.
So, and she's sitting with her medicine cat. And you'll remember medicine cats are kind of like, the...
Kind of like the priests,
yeah,
holy people. They're the holy people.
They're the healers and also kind of the connection to their warrior ancestors. Yeah. And, you know, they're sitting and she's like, what do we do, Spotted Leaf? And Spotted Leaf watches a shooting star across the sky. And she's like, it's an omen from StarClan. Fire alone will save our clan.
What? She got that?
Yeah. Yep.
Are all the prophecies like that?
Yeah, basically.
I wish, like, now I wish that was just, like, an everyday part of, like, my life. Like, I'm walking into class and a leaf falls into a petal and I'm like, I need to study for this quiz.
That'd be a really shitty prophecy.
That wasn't even funny.
That wasn't funny.
Thanks.
But you tried.
I was trying to make a joke. But I'm literally...
A leaf falls in the river and you're like...
I should get more sleep at night so I can be funny on our podcast. That's not very funny.
Yes. Okay, so that's the prologue. That's kind of the setup. And then, now we're with Rusty.
Okay.
Rusty is a young kitty pet. And he dreams about hunting a mouse. And he's out in the forest.
Does he refer to himself as a kitty pet?
No.
Oh.
Because he doesn't know about the clans.
Okay.
He's a youngin'. He's young. He's a young kitten.
Okay.
And he's, so he's dreaming about the forest and he wakes up and he's not in the forest. And he's like, man, I like
my
those
life
woods.
Sucks.
Yeah.
Wait, okay, he dreams about chasing a mouse?
Yeah.
In the forest?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
He wakes up and then he goes, eventually he makes his way out to the forest. So his fence is like right against the forest where all the clans live.
But he's never been there before?
He's looked out at it.
Oh.
But it's like, it's a spooky place, the woods.
Okay.
Cats can be kind of cautious.
So it's just like the time to go.
Yeah.
Wait, did you say cats can be cautious?
Okay, you're right. They're really... Okay.
We've met a lot of cats, and I think maybe...
They're just stupid.
Yeah.
Anyways, fantasy cats are smart and cautious.
Good, okay, good.
He goes out, and he's like, I'm gonna catch a mouse. He's out in these woods. And then, all of a sudden, Grey Paw comes out of the bushes. Oh my God. A little clan cat.
Oh, okay.
He's like all muscly, because he's... I mean, like compared to Rusty, who just like lays in the sun all day and eats kibble, Wait,
are warrior cats all buff?
I mean, they fight a lot. I mean, they're all pretty lean at least.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to envision a buff cat right now.
I mean, just a muscular cat.
Fine.
I mean, it's not like they're gonna be like ripped, but
But
it's
in
more
my
like
mind's eye.
it's more like muscles that you're gonna feel when it hits you.
Ew.
Shit. Okay, anyway, so Grey Paw attacks. And
wait, he just attacks Rusty?
Yeah, Rusty's intruding on his territory.
What?
Rusty is in his territory.
Okay, alright, so the setup for this book so far has been a cat who we don't really learn anything about his life where he is right now. Like, did we learn anything about his life as a kitty pet?
I mean, not terribly.
Okay.
He's a house cat.
He has a dream.
House cat.
Yeah, but like...
He has a friend who comes and visits his garden named Smudge.
He has a garden? Oh, he lives in a garden.
Yeah, I mean,
they have a garden.
Yeah, it's like the backyard.
Okay.
This is
his name's Smudge?
Europe. Smudge.
Oh,
yes.
I love him.
Yeah, Smudge is pretty sweet.
I love Smudge. I'm just gonna put that out there, and I'm ready for my heart to be broken, and I'm sure it's going to be. From what I'm understanding, prologue, vision, battle. Okay, prologue battle, Vision.
Now we're at
Kitty.
Rusty. We're introducing our protagonist.
Kitty, Rusty, Dream. Time to. I guess I should go do that.
Yeah.
Then he goes out, sees a buff, muscular Garfield, who then comes and tries to kill him.
No. A buff, small gray cat. Not Garfield. Garfield's orange. This cat is gray. His name is Gray Paw.
So
normal.
So normal. A buff normal. Okay, you guys have your fan art, and I have mine.
God damn it.
Let my mind's eye paint this photo.
Okay, so Gray Paw hits him, and Rusty's about to run away. But then he stops, and he turns around and attacks back. And then Gray Paw just kind of sits back and is like, nice move for a kitty pet.
I just tried to kill you, but since you fought back, we're good, man.
He wasn't gonna kill him, he was
just gonna like maim him, take an ear off, eat him.
A little bit.
Okay, cool. All right, okay. I love Gray Paw now.
And then it turns out that Blue Star, the clan leader, and Lionheart, who is a senior warrior and also Gray Paw's mentor, were watching, and they're like, it's not very often that they see a kitty pet fight back.
Yeah.
And they step out and they're like, wow.
Hey, what up? We were in the shadows making out.
No, they weren't. No. And so they come out and they're like, hey, we're kind of running low on like warriors.
You do voices?
No.
Oh, okay. Alright, I just wanted to establish that. Okay, alright. It's no big deal.
Okay, so they come out and they're like, man, we're running kind of low on warriors. Hey, you kitty pet, you want to come join ThunderClan? And because they notice, like he's young, he could be like he's a young.
He could be molded
like apprentice. He's like the age where they start training.
He's of age.
Yeah, he's of age, and he hasn't been neutered yet. So.
How do they?
They can smell it.
How?
Because it's an altar in there, like that's where your like hormones and like stuff.
No, okay, but like, do they say neuter?
No, they say you haven't been to the cutter. It's in like the person that cuts off their balls.
They call it the what?
The cutter.
So they're like, all right.
You still got your balls, kid. You want to come join ThunderClan?
Okay, yeah, no, basically, so that'd be like me and you walking down the street. If we were war leaders, if we were war chiefs, so we have to establish that. We're two war chiefs, and we see one of our, like, fucking recruits beating up a child. But the child goes, Sorry.
For listeners, Brenna just gently hit me.
It was very gentle. So the child gently hits your hardened, war-trained recruit.
Okay, no, great.
And they're like, you know what? Let's bring this kid in, because you know what? He seems to have the spirit. He's young and malleable and impressionable. We're going to take him away from whatever home shit life he has, and we're going to turn him into a child warrior.
Well,
they don't let the kids fight, I suppose.
No, they don't. That's one of the warrior rules. Part of the warrior code.
That's fair. I like that. I support that. I'm sorry. Yeah, okay, Gray Paw's also like a kid.
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure at this point, like he basically just started his warrior training.
Okay, so like, it'd be like seeing like a middle schooler beating up an elementary schooler.
No, it's more like a middle schooler beating up a scrawnier middle schooler.
Okay,
they're like the same age. So Rusty's like, oh man. They're like, yeah, we live out in the forest. You gotta hunt for your own food.
He's like, oh, I'm in.
Well, no. Well, first they have a little argument about mice, because he's like, oh, I just wanted to catch a mouse. And he's like, Blue Star's like, I need to feed my family.
What?
Yeah, because Rusty wanted to come out and catch a mouse.
And Blue Star's like, well, you know what? That one mouse?
No, they need every piece they can get, man.
I suppose.
They gotta feed. They have children to feed.
Rusty doesn't know that.
I know.
Oh, jeez. Blue Star's kind of like intense.
He's like, man, it's just one lousy mouse. And Blue Star's like, no, we need that to survive.
Maureen's pointing at me very aggressively and making me feel like I've done something wrong. Okay.
Okay, so Rusty's like, man, I gotta think about this. So they're like, all right, we'll send somebody back here at like Sun High tomorrow to get you. Sun High is noon. So he kind of thinks about it, talks a little bit to Smudge, and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna go be a warrior cat. It just felt so right. He remembered, the smells of the forest. Does
Smudge have any character? Yeah, the forest that's like what, like literally a block away from him?
And then it's right over his fence.
Okay, so I can remember Smudge. I can remember the smell of it.
Smudge is like, we're looking at it
We're
right now,
looking at it
Rusty.
right now. Okay, so does Smudge have any sort of personality?
I mean, he's a little more timid, he's not as adventurous as Rusty. He's, he's like, no, Rusty, don't go.
I love him.
Yeah. Don't worry, we meet him again.
Oh, no!
No, it's not bad.
Oh, no!
All right.
So he's like, all right, friend for life and childhood, I'm gonna go join the crazy people in the woods.
We're gonna go join the forest cats.
Okay, I just want to put this in context.
Okay.
Me and you,
Okay.
2 normal college students. I say, hey, Maureen, remember how I had a dream of becoming a mountain woman? And I went to the mountain to, catch a squirrel. And I met some mountain people, and they yelled at me for a really long time about how they needed that squirrel to eat, and one of them hit me, but I hit him back. So I'm gonna go be a mountain person now.
Well, they invited you to their mountain.
Oh, yeah, they invited me into their mountain. And they're all kind of buffer than you and buffer than me, and I kind of like that look, so I'm gonna see you, bye!
Yeah, basically.
Fuck. I love this. Go on.
So, Lionheart comes back the next day with a White Storm, who is another senior warrior. And they get Rusty. Rusty's like, yeah, I'm ready to go. Rusty, struggles to keep up with these senior warriors. They go, and they get to camp. So everybody's like, what are you doing? Bringing a kitty pet into our clan. People are not happy. These cats are not happy. Because, they reject the kitty pet life. Remember, that's part of the warrior code, is you reject the kitty pet life.
Mm-hmm.
And, Longtail, who's, this young warrior, comes...
With a long tail.
With a long tail.
Okay.
Comes and...
I was making sure it wasn't, a humorous name.
Challenges him.
Wait, immediately?
Yeah.
Hey, nerd! Shoves him in the locker.
Basically. And,
welcome to the football team, nerd!
Rusty fights him back.
Yeah, fuck yeah, Rusty.
And gives him a nice, tears his ear. So, in the series, you hear, Longtail's being a dick, because Longtail's a dick for some time. And so it's like, oh, Longtail's being a dick, but he feels good looking at that nick that he left in his ear.
Oh, Rusty does, okay.
Yeah, Rusty's like, yeah, I did that.
People ship
permanently.
Them.
I mean, probably. I don't know what these fucking people do.
Do you not ship cats?
I mean, yeah, not those ones.
Oh, okay. I wanna know who you are, Maureen.
Alright, well, no, not Longtail and Fireheart.
Okay.
So, not for me. But, eventually Longtail grabs his collar, and Rusty's able to tear it off of him. And the collar's on the ground.
Oh, he had a collar.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
With a jingly bell. So, he's, jingling. He's, jingling into the forest. He, jingles into camp.
God, okay, that just made every single visual of this so much better. I want to be a warrior.
Basically.
Hey, what are you doing in this territory? As he turns around really fast. I'm gonna kill you, swipe. No, you're not. Just imagine everything you just described me with just a console
No.
I now them running back to the camp is a lot funnier because it's these guys I just
buff,
bounding the beautiful music, it's swelling, the grass is waving in time to the beat, and then ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, so...
Alright, so I'm glad that you shared that fact with me. That made everything so much better.
So the collar with the bell comes off.
Oh, god damn it, all the humor's gone.
It's a sign from StarClan.
He's naked.
Yes, and it's a sign from StarClan. He buries his collar, kicks dirt over his
He's
collar.
got nuts and he's nude!
Yeah.
He's ready to be a warrior!
And so Blue Star is like,
is this just a very abstract nudist colony?
No, they're just cats.
No, but do you think it was someone's story of joining a nudist colony?
No.
Okay, alright,
It's symbolic. It's a message from StarClan. His collar is gone.
Get naked.
God, you're the worst.
Hey, StarClan says send nudes.
so Spotted Leaf looks at the stars. The wind rustles. Send nudes?
Send nudes.
Blue Star's like, what does it mean?
Blue Star's like,
So Blue Star gives him the name Firepaw, looking at his fiery pelt.
Oh, so he's a ginger?
Yeah, he's a ginger cat.
So it's okay, so did we know anything about how he looked until this point?
It's he's a ginger cat. It's described
okay.
He's a ginger cat.
Oh, that's him.
Yeah.
Aw.
I mean, sometimes he's just solid.
I would have called him White Snoot. I would have called him White Mouth. Milkman.
For reference, she's looking at the
Snoot Boy.
She's looking at the cover of Firestar's Quest.
He's so beautiful.
if you were looking at the cover to Into the Wild, you'd see something different. It's this. This is what he looks like in Into the Wild.
Oh god, I've actually seen that book.
Yeah, I'm sure you have.
Yeah, that's the book that I pointedly didn't read as a child.
Yeah.
So is that Great Paw then on the cover?
I mean, like, maybe, but nobody really knows.
Oh, okay.
Nobody really knows.
I'm glad that they keep it, like, real.
Alright, so then things get like, really real.
Oh, now the plot's starting? Finally.
Yeah, okay, so he's got his warrior name, or his apprentice name, he's got his new name, and then Ravenpaw bursts into the camp, and he scrambles up to the high rock, where the leader usually, like, addresses the whole clan, and he's like, Redtail is dead, the deputy. So Blue Star's deputy, Redtail, is dead. They had... Don't laugh, it's tragic.
I'm just, like, imagining, what is his name now?
Firepaw?
Oh, yeah, I imagine Firepaw, like, I just got here, man. Like, I'm fucking, like, I'm like, fuck. I just had my big thing, and now you're really kind of like, hey, guys, I don't want to, like, be rude, but, like, I just kind of, like, having a moment. You're, like, who's this Raven? Is it a girl?
Ravenpaw, no, it's a boy.
Oh. Are most of these characters going to be boys?
A fair amount of them. I'll try to remember to say their genders because it's hard to tell from names. Okay. Sometimes. But so Ravenpaw.
God, how do you keep it straight?
I know. And so
I'm amazed and also very afraid of your ability to just like pull that from the depths of your mind.
I know.
I mean, you do have the wiki open right now, but like some of those...
I'm just kind of referencing it. I actually listened to the audiobook very recently, so everything is very fresh. I do have the wiki for just sequence, mostly.
Is it like... This is something we can talk about later, maybe. Well, no, let's talk about it now. Because I'm editing it, so it's my own fault. Rereading it, like, I don't know. I'm someone who rereads a lot of my favorite books. I'm not like...
Is it one of those things where you're like, I should be reading new books, but I just want to reread my old books?
Yeah. And because it's like you want to recapture that feeling, but you always get something new out of it. Like, was it weird rereading it?
I mean, I actually reread it last year, too.
Oh, well, never mind.
I mean,
When's the longest you've gone without rereading it?
I went probably a few years between, like, when I first read it in middle school and, last year. I think it's the most recent. But
you're like, do I actually like this? And you're like, fuck yeah, I do.
Yeah, right.
I do.
Like, lost it, now I'm back.
I love these cats.
Anyways.
Okay.
Ravenpaw's there. Redtail's dead. They had run into a River Clan patrol near Sunning Rocks. So Tiger Claw comes back with Redtail's body. Tiger Claw's another senior warrior. He comes back with Redtail's dead body. And he's like, Oakhart, the River Clan deputy, killed Redtail. And then Tiger Claw killed Oakhart in revenge. And that's sad. So, everybody's, like, mourning. Firepaw just kind of stays off to the side. Greypaw kind of, takes him under his wings. Hey guys, I just got to the
office. First day on the job. It's been really great. Don from accounting died. Oh, shit, okay, that's, like, heavy. I'm sorry.
So, if you remember the Warrior Code, a new deputy has to be announced by Moon High. And, the new deputy is Lionheart.
And it's, like, noon right now? So, at this point, when they talk about the Warrior Code, do they just, like, whenever it's convenient, are like, oh, rule number 3?
No, it's just, like, just ingrained into them, so they know, like...
So is it listed at the beginning of the book, like, for the reader?
No, I don't think it is. It's just kind of, like, mentioned throughout.
Okay, and it probably wasn't until later they compile the list with the track record you presented so far. Okay, okay. So, like, all right, we gotta pick the new guy.
Yeah, so Blue Star does that. Blue Star picked Lionheart.
Because he killed that one guy.
No, that was Tiger Claw. Which I think, like, the looks from the other cats, Tiger Claw, maybe they thought Tiger Claw would be deputy. And Tiger Claw kind of thought that he was going to be deputy. But it was Lionheart.
Wait, okay, have we met Lionheart?
Lionheart's the one who was there when they first met Rusty. And he brought him back.
They're boyfriends, that's why he chose him.
Blue Star is a girl.
You never clarified that. I thought Blue Star was a boy.
She's the clan leader. Blue Star.
Oh,
Oh, you didn't pick up on that.
I missed that. I'm sorry.
You're not very good with subtlety.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Miss Emancipation.
Yeah, okay, so...
The lady... Yeah, okay, sorry.
Lady leader. She's...
I'm sorry, I did not catch it up. Okay.
She's a she-cat.
Well, she could still be dating him.
She's not.
Oh, she's for real. She's like, oh, I love her now. Now I really like her.
Yeah, she's great.
I mean, I liked Blue Star. I liked Blue Star from the beginning, but now I know
you liked Boy Blue Star, but now you love.
Now I love Girl Blue Star.
That's wonderful. So normally when an apprentice is given their apprentice name, they're given a mentor.
Oh wait, so that's just like that's it for that part?
Pretty much.
Okay.
They go through the whole morning ritual.
If the main oh, what's that?
Well, I mean, they put his body out in the middle of the camp and they all like lay out with him one last night. They like share tongues with him one last time, which is like, grooming each other because that's what cats do.
What's it called? Share tongues?
Sharing tongues.
Okay.
They're licking each other. In a social, friendly way.
No, I'm chill with that part. It's the whole, like, the fact that, are they grooming him?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, okay, alright. I guess that makes sense, because it's their only way of grooming.
Or they'll just go and they'll, like, press their noses against his cold, dead flank.
No, I was like, it was creepy for a second, but then I was, like, thinking, like, okay, like, what society doesn't care for their dead?
Exactly.
Like, who doesn't take, like, a lot of care? So I was weirded out for a second, but then I checked myself. Before I wrecked, I checked.
You already wrecked yourself.
No, yeah. Well, I'm in this fucking podcast, so.
Yep. So he's not assigned a mentor right away. So he just goes with Greypaw and Ravenpaw, and Ravenpaw's mentor is Tiger Claw, and Greypaw's mentor is Lionheart. So they go out with those two, and this is all of them are going on like their first like full tour of the territory. So they're all like very new apprentices, looking at the world, and it's cool and it's exciting. Yeah, so he starts his training. He's hunting, practicing his fighting, living his dream. Doing his warrior stuff. And then, apprentices are training to become warriors. So they're like given kind of like tests.
Yes.
Like we are in school. But his is like, all right, Firepaw.
I know. Do you just need a defined test for me?
No, I was just gonna differentiate their kind of test. So instead of answering questions right, it's like, all right, Firepaw. How many mice can you catch? How silently.
Sorry, the way you said, they're like, yeah, and then it takes some tests, like the things we do in school sometimes, Brenna.
So he goes and catches some mice. He comes across this other cat. I'm gonna get her. I'm gonna get this cat.
Wait, what?
He comes across like an enemy cat, like a rogue cat in his territory. And one of the warrior code.
Firepaw?
Firepaw.
Sorry, I was trying to remember because I was going to call him Rusty, and I was like, that's not right.
No, so now he's Firepaw.
Okay, yeah, I'm sorry, there's like 20 people whose fucking name is Color Paw.
Yep.
Word Paw. Hi, I'm Pie Paw. That actually sounds cute. Pie Paw. Anyway, so he doesn't see just some hot chick. He like sees an enemy cat.
I wouldn't call her a hot chick either. She's an old, matted, furred, and like
okay, all right. Well, you should have told me that.
All right, so he sees his enemy cat, this rogue cat, and he attacks.
As she doesn't belong in any clan.
Yeah.
Oh shit, love her.
So rogue cat, he attacks, and he's able to like outwit her. Like she's a lot bigger than him because he's still like a child,
like a baby.
He's still a baby cat, and but he's able to outwit her. And she is weak, she's hungry, like, just really sad.
Now it's, okay, so this is turning from, like, a child getting bullied, and then a bunch of adults being like, hey, you want to learn how to fight? To that child being like, I'm gonna fight so well, I'm gonna go murder this homeless grandmother woman.
Well, okay, so she's, like, unable to fight, and she's like, you can finish me, just finish me, like, whatever. And he's like, oh, I feel bad now.
Suddenly I realize there might be repercussions for my actions.
Well, yeah, so...
Murder might not be that fun.
So, I mean, it's more like just to, like, drive her out.
Okay.
But, so...
He was just trying to spook her.
He actually goes and catches a rabbit and brings it back and lets her eat. And he eats some of it himself, too. She offers some. And that's breaking the warrior code.
Wait, did no one tell him?
No, he knew.
Oh, so this wasn't just his first day.
No. This is after he's been training for a little bit.
Firepaw?
Right. He was very hungry.
Okay, yeah, he was hungry and like he was doing something nice, but he could have been like, hey guys, found a homeless lady and you guys took my sad ass in. I even had a home. So like I caught this cool rabbit, brought it back, maybe I could give some to her and it would be chill. I mean, I realize conflict's necessary for a story, but oh my god, Firepaw.
Well, okay.
He kind of sucked for the fact, like, he gave him his whole life, chases bliss, and he's gonna fuck it up, like, immediately.
Oh, okay, so then all of a sudden, what is it? It's a ThunderClan patrol. Who is it led by? Blue Star, our fearless leader, and she's like, did you just eat that rabbit? And he's like, oh shit. And then she sees who he's with. And she's like, oh my gosh, no.
Oh, okay, that's so funny.
She recognizes her as the Shadow Clan medicine cat. So she's from the enemy clan, Shadow Clan. No, stop it. No, they're not girlfriends.
Why are they girlfriends? Okay, alright, so it's not just, oh god, he really fucked up.
Well, but she's an enemy. She's an enemy cat in their territory.
Yeah, he for real, though, fucked up, like, real hard, though. Like, that didn't make it better. I mean, it's not like he knew, but also he knew.
No, he wouldn't have known.
No, but he, like, knew he shouldn't have done that in the first place.
Well, he knew he should, like, fighting her was good.
Yeah.
Like, they're supposed to challenge any trespassing cats. But he shouldn't have finished off that rabbit. He got in a lot of trouble for that. And as his punishment, they bring Yellowfang back as a prisoner. And as
that's her name?
Yellowfang.
Okay, wait. So he got in trouble for eating the rabbit. Yeah. Got it. But he wasn't in trouble for, like, sparing her?
No, because they're supposed to be merciful.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean...
Okay. That makes sense.
So they bring her back to camp as a prisoner, and Firepaw is...
Sorry, it's really hard for me to keep these...
I know.
Fucking... Like, I feel like they're trying for this morality, and then just not ever sticking to it.
Flawed characters.
Not even a way where it's like it's... Like, I'm not saying, like, it's not interesting.
Yeah.
But in a way that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, but
anyways,
I'm not here to pick it apart.
Okay.
Wait, yes.
So Yellowfang's brought back to camp, and as Firepaw's punishment for breaking the warrior code, he has to take care of her. So he has to tend to all of her needs. He has to make sure she's fed.
That's funny. That's good. That's fair.
Pick off her ticks.
Oh, okay.
That's part of the apprentice duties. They gotta go like pick off the elders' ticks.
Oh, that's nice. I'm glad someone does that for them.
Yeah. And then eventually, he's doing that for a few days,
I love everyone so far. I'm just questioning everything. I hope people don't think I'm just harshing on it. Well, I am just harshing on it to harsh on it.
Brenna, what a bitch.
Well, what is my role here? I am enjoying it still, though. Yeah. Keep going.
So Yellowfang's a great character. She's snappy.
You're just gonna tell me that?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, she's like snappy. She's kind of rough with Firepaw, but they kind of like build up a repertoire, where they're kind of like sassy. She's great.
Can you give me an example of some of their sassy interaction?
She'll like call him like kitty pet and stuff, but it's
like that's my name.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, I'm
I don't know.
Great main
it's
character.
More like their relationship really grows like as the book
they
goes
get
on.
closer.
Yeah, because I mean he's like taking care of her kind of.
It's hard when you're like literally bathing her every day.
Yeah. Blue Star's like, man, we gotta speed up your warrior training, so I'm gonna take you as an apprentice, which is kind of like an honor because the clan leader is gonna train him.
She's gonna take him out back and shoot him.
Basically.
Why does she... Oh, I guess keep going, because that's probably, part of the plot.
What do you mean?
Like, why is she like, we have to speed it up? What's her reasoning?
Well, she's just like tensions are high, they don't...
we found, their, weird medicine cat.
Yeah.
A couple guys got murdered earlier.
Yeah.
There was a prophecy, I don't know, either, 2 years ago... Or 200. God knows how time works.
Basically.
Could have been 2 minutes ago. I like to think that happened 2 seconds before they found him. That the battle was happening and the one guy who was not at the battle, he's like, I'm gonna go run around, and then they found him, they're like, well, half the people in our fucking clan are dead, so we might as well just take this child off the streets because we have no other choice. I think that makes sense.
Yeah. So Firepaw gets to go to his first gathering.
Wait.
Which
does he not train with her?
Oh, he does.
Oh.
She trains him, beats him up a little bit.
What is their training?
Well, it'll be hunting, so they'll take them on hunting, and practice their hunting crouch and how you need to approach certain different kinds of prey. Oh. You're not going to approach the bird the same way you approach a mouse man,
A mouse man? That was the most terrifying. The visceral visual you just fucking gave me.
I'm so
Have you ever seen... have you ever seen the Nutcracker ballet?
Not
the Mouse Queen with those fucking 6 heads.
That's terrifying.
Oh yeah, no, I know. I saw the Nutcracker ballet every year up until I was 17. Then we stopped doing that. But that, God, Mouse man. Okay, so then there's the gathering.
And yeah, so he's at his first gathering, which is exciting because he gets to meet all the cats from the other clans.
Oh, right, the gathering.
Yeah, every full moon
I
they
forgot.
meet in peace.
I should have listened to the last episode.
Right, you should re-listen to it.
I should have.
So they meet in peace and to share news.
Hey, what's up? How's it hanging? You fucking murderers. God, how awkward would that be?
I mean, they're used to it. Like, they fight all the time.
Oh, God, it's just so... the culture is, like...
It's a little weird.
It's a little wild.
Well, and, like, sometimes, like, if they're, like, in a really heated battle or, like, somebody's really fucked up, like, there's tension there. But, like, you know...
Just for my own clarification.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it's okay if you don't, like, remember this, or if it's not something that's, like, come up. Has, like, Yellow Fang, has she...
Yeah, her name is Yellow Fang. Good job.
Has Yellow Fang, has she, like, told Firepaw...
Yes.
Okay, oh, God, I thought I got the name wrong. Has she, like, shared, like, why she wasn't with her clan yet?
We're getting to that.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Okay, so, they're at the meeting, at this gathering, and, so...
I'm like painting a scene that I want to happen, but I'll explain it if it doesn't.
No. So Blue Star, Crooked Star, and Broken Star are up on the high rock. Okay.
Blue Star, my God, really?
What?
I'm just like, you're giving me all these paws, and now I know that the stars are all the leaders.
Apprentices always are paws.
Why didn't we go through naming logistics?
I don't know, we should have.
Fuck.
Things kind of got away from us. But,
we
definitely talked about this.
We did the first day.
So, it's when you're 6 moons old, you become an apprentice, so it's Paw. Let's talk about Grey Paw. So, Grey Paw started as Grey Kit, and he was Grey Paw, and then he gets his warrior name, which is Grey Stripe.
And your warrior name is usually
like kind of like your permanent name.
It's kind of cooler.
Yeah, it's like your final name unless you become a leader.
If he became a leader, he would have been Stripe Star.
Grey Star.
Oh.
Keep the first part of your name.
Oh.
The first part never changes.
Okay.
Just the prefix never changes, just the suffix.
Okay. So it's like you're getting married like 4 times.
So we have Blue Star, leader of Thunder Clan.
Mm-hmm.
Crooked Star, leader of River Clan.
Okay.
And Broken Star, leader of Shadow Clan.
Oh, God. That's such... Okay, I'm sorry. That's the most emo name that you could have possibly...
It's because he has like
Who's the leader of Shadow Clan? It's me, Broken Star. And then like a single tear.
No, it's because of...
Cats don't cry.
He was Broken Tail.
If cats cry, there's something wrong.
So he had like a broken tail. So he was named Broken Tail. So then Broken Star. Like Crooked Jaw also when he was... I told you about this because Crooked Star's Promise.
Yeah. Where
he hit his face on a rock and then his mother's like, "You're ugly, I'm gonna name you Crooked Kid."
Crooked Star's Promise. Doesn't the... Wait, now that I know what I know.
Yeah.
Doesn't the fucking title of that damn book give away the ending?
Well, that's a prequel, so you already know.
So you've
already read this. So you already know he's gonna become. So that's like...
Is he in this?
Yeah, he's on the rock right now. I'm talking to you, and Crooked Star's on the rock.
I thought you said he had a broken tail.
No, that's Broken Star. Crooked Star has got a broken... He broke his jaw. So he was Crooked Jaw, and now he's Crooked Star.
I'm trying really hard, I promise. That I just got so confused.
It's okay. Just let me talk it out. Okay. Are you crying?
No.
So, Broken Star...
crying right now.
Don't.
Okay.
So, Broken Star's up there, and he's like, hey, everybody. So...
What up, fucks?
Basically. He's like, Broken Star's like, hey, we recently, drove a cat out of our clan.
No, do like you were doing before, where you're like, we recently drove this cat out.
Okay. So...
I don't know if they're here right now, but like...
Okay.
You have anything to say, Water Tribe? That's not our name. Fuck you.
Hey, yeah, so we just drove out this cat that killed a bunch of our babies. So if you find her in the forest, kill her. And ThunderClan cats kind of look at each other like, what the fuck?
Wait.
But nobody says anything.
Wait. Oh, okay. So she... No. Wait, no, stop. Stop. No, just let me process. Please, God.
Okay.
So she's been like... But then ThunderClan's like, okay. Oh, fuck. Alright, no one fucking say anything. I swear to fucking God. Greg. I have to come up with I have to come up with like a equivalent for like an average warrior cat name. Bramblebird? I swear to God. No, like Point Feather? I swear to God.
Feather's
Point
just
Feather,
shitty name.
No, Point Feather's bad. Shit Scram, I swear to God. No.
Okay, anyways.
Greenleaf, I swear to God.
That's the name of one of the seasons.
Oh, whoops.
Okay, so.
Well, there's like 50 people named fucking Summer, so.
No, there's nobody named Summer.
I meant in the real world.
Oh, yeah. Fair enough.
In the non-fantasy cat world. Okay, so everybody Shadow Dude lays down the truth.
Yeah, but
and then she bamfs and is like, "Guess what, motherfuckers? I ain't kill no kids."
No, she's not there. She's back at camp. She's prisoner. She can't come to the gathering.
Oh, that makes sense.
So only some cats come to the gathering.
That makes sense. She wouldn't be there.
No, she's not there.
I kind of thought maybe they would be like, "Hey guys, well, let's bring the prisoner and like give her back or whatever."
No, Broken Star's not done yet. So he's like,
he's not done yet.
No, he's like,
he's not done yet.
No. So he's like, yeah, kill her if you see her. And also, Shadow Clan is the strongest here, and we have a lot of kids and so many mouths to feed, so we're demanding that you allow us to hunt on your territory.
Wait. This is Shadow Clan talking right now?
Yeah, they're like, we need more food, so you shall let us hunt. And then he reveals that they're like, where's Tallstar? Where's Tallstar? The Wind Clan leader. Wind Clan should be here.
Oh, everyone's been like kind of thinking that, but no one like was like, maybe they're just late, because like Wind Clan.
And then, no, Broken Star drove them out. Shadow Clan got rid of Wind Clan.
Oh, this is the guy!
Yeah.
Is this the evil guy?
This is one of the evil guys.
Oh, one of the evil.
There's
one of the evil
guys.
leaders of Shadow Clan.
Yeah.
You think like after a while they're like, you guys want to be like Cloud Clan? Because I feel like the name it invites negativity.
It was named after the founder, Tall Shadow, but
they could have been the Tall Clan. Then that would just been funny. They're all on stilts.
No. Anyway, so he drove out Wind Clan.
You were not amused by that, were you?
No.
Okay.
So he drove out Wind Clan, and
does that happen?
Blue Star's like, what the fuck? No, it's never happened.
No, I mean like later on. Does that happen like a lot?
No, it doesn't.
We're gonna drive him out. God, can we just for once?
River Clan has been allowing them to hunt on a certain like part of the river or something. So River Clan's given in.
So River Clan's already been shit. Wow.
It
was like someone trying to rev a car. So River Clan's just like already like.
Sure, take some of it.
We can only swim, but like, I feel like River Clan's not like using that to their advantage like enough.
Oh, they do.
Okay, later on.
But yeah, Blue Star's like, no, you cannot hunt in our territory. We've always been able to sustain ourselves. Like,
I love her.
She's the best. But basically, this means Thunder Clan is the only clan standing up to Shadow Clan.
Oh shit.
They're alone.
Is Shadow Clan kind of like are they kind of putting on airs right now? Like, are they sort of like, because like from what you're telling me right now, the guy's like, we're really strong, but also someone came and murdered a lot of our babies, and also we don't have enough food, so we're gonna like...
Basically they're just like, we have so many mouths to feed, we need your food.
But didn't just like a bunch of people get murdered?
Hey man, one of the things also at the gathering,
maybe like Shadow Clan should like just chill out. Like, on, like, the baby time. Like, I know, like, they can't, like, literally have protection in any means, ways, or form, or probably, like,
abstinence
want to.
only.
Alright, there's ways to solve... Oh, fuck, they can't farm.
Spoiler alert, he's just a power-hungry dick.
Well, no, I knew that, but I was just saying, like... Alright, go on.
Alright, so one of the things pointed out at the gathering is White Storm is all, like,
Who's White Storm?
White Storm's one of the Thunder Clan warriors.
Okay, sorry.
He sees a Shadow Clan apprentice, and he's like, are you an apprentice? You're awfully small. And he's like, my mother is small. And he, like, pats away. Wind Clan's gone. There's a murderous Shadow Clan lady out and about, and they want Thunder Clan's territory.
Quick summary. We got a baby killer? No, okay. Quick summary. Wind Clan's gone. Wind Clan's like gone.
Yeah.
Nice old lady with a lot of ticks. Apparently, she wasn't just homeless. This is literally a serial killer. Like, wow. Good job, guys. Good job.
Anyways.
Blue Star, bless her heart, love her. I'm for her, 100%.
We're not done
by
here.
her. But, like, why was she not like, hey, Granny, why the fuck were you cast out?
We're not done here.
Oh, God.
gathering's done. Firepaw is like, no, this isn't true. This isn't Yellowfang. And all the Thunder Clan cats are angry.
At him?
No, at Yellowfang. They're like, we gotta go get her. She's gonna get our kids.
That's fair.
And Firepaw's like her friend now. Firepaw's like, no. This isn't true. Like, he knows her. So he runs back to camp so fast, and he's like, Yellowfang, you gotta go. You gotta go, Yellowfang. And it's so sweet.
Listen, there's like, Mom.
Yeah, it's so sweet. He's like, oh my gosh, you gotta go. And she's like, I have nothing, I didn't do anything.
Does he like, hey, everyone's saying you murdered babies?
Yeah, he's like, is it true? Is it true? And she's like, what do you think? Like,
she doesn't say yes or no.
I'm pretty sure she says no. I don't know, man. I'd have to go and actually read that, but...
No, why don't you decide? Okay, that's not making me, like, believe you or, like, trust you or want you to... Okay, God.
She's like, I'm innocent, man. And so Firepaw's like, oh my God. And then all the other cats, like, burst in and they're like, we're gonna kill you. And Firepaw's like, no. And Blue Star's like, okay, children. Stop.
Okay, I'm sorry. The scene I wanted to happen during the gathering was, like... I don't even know. Maybe this will happen later. But, like, I wanted, like, at the next gathering, which I guess is a month away, so this probably won't happen, because that'd be crazy. It was just, like, to have Yellowfang bust in and be like, what up, fuck trucks? And just suplex the leader of Shadow Clan. And that would have solved everything.
She gets to that later.
Oh, yay. Does she suplex him?
Exactly. That's exactly what she cat suplexes him. So Blue Star's like, stop it. Everybody.
I know everyone wants to murder someone. I know that's kind of like our gig. Like, we kill people without usually a lot. But, like, guys, the warrior code, remember that whole thing? We don't really have the whole innocent till proven guilty. That's a little bit of that's a little bit of an error in our part, yeah, I'll admit. But we also don't just murder people. That's kind of our thing. But apparently... that's part of the warrior code, is that they don't, murder people. And so, Blue Star's like... Usually.
Blue Star's like, we don't have any proof that Yellowfang did anything, so we're not gonna kill her. We're not gonna drive her out. She's gonna stay in camp as our prisoner, as she has been. Like, she's, like, taking care of her.
Problem solved. We just put, like, maybe 3 more people in here. We put all the babies in a new place. Disclose later. Maybe we don't trust her, but, like, listen, we don't have to, like, murder's probably not gonna, this probably is gonna come back and bite me in the ass.
Right?
Damn it, Blue Star.
Blue Star.
What was her original name?
Blue Fur.
Oh, beautiful. Wait, did she have, like, really dark fur?
She's like
black.
Blue. What? Like, kind of like a Russian blue. Blue.
Oh,
like
okay.
A gray blue.
I love her.
She's great. Then, next course of action is she's like, we gotta get ready to beat shit up because they're the only ones standing up against Shadow Clan. So they're, like, reinforcing the camp with sticks and training hard for battle.
So how much more is there of this book?
We're probably, like, halfway through it. Maybe a little more than halfway.
Oh my God. Really?
You stop and ask a lot of questions.
Well, yeah, I mean...
I know.
Okay, what would be more... If I was just silently...
I mean, I know. I'm just saying. That's why it takes longer.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like the point of the podcast is me interacting.
Yeah, no, it is.
Us interacting? Okay. So
this would be... They're getting ready...
Can you briefly summarize everything that just happened? Like, I'll give what I learned, and you first, but give a quick brief summary of what we've gotten through in Into the Wild.
Okay, so Into the Wild, we've met Rusty, who became Firepaw when he joined ThunderClan. So he began his apprentice training, and he found Yellowfang, former Shadow Clan Medicine Cat. They have her hostage now, and they went to the gathering, and they found out that Wind Clan has been driven out, and Broken Star wants a lot of land. And so now they're getting ready for battle. Maybe Yellowfang killed some children.
Maybe.
Okay.
So what I've learned so far about warrior cats, you might think you know what's gonna happen, and you're right, but it's actually just stupider than what you think is gonna happen. Or it's just, like, so, like, off the rails and what you expected. It's actually, the answer is child murder.
Child murder's usually the answer.
Oh my God, is this a recurring theme? I'm Tangletongue.
And I'm Maureen.
We have to fix that. And this is...
Warrior Cats.
What is that? What is that?
What is it?
What is...
Child murder.
Stop!